The origin of black people, according to the Bible Mysteries Explained. Part 5. Mizraim, Egypt, and Africa's ancient world. Egypt occupies a unique position in both African and biblical history. The civilization of ancient Egypt developed along the Nile and became one of the longest-lasting civilizations of the ancient world. In Genesis, Mizraim is listed as one of Ham's sons. The Hebrew term Mizraim is associated with Egypt in the biblical text. Egypt appears repeatedly throughout Scripture. It is the land where Abraham temporarily traveled. It became the place where Joseph rose to extraordinary political power. It was the land from which Moses eventually led the Israelites during the Exodus narrative, and it was one of the major powers surrounding the ancient kingdoms of Israel and Judah. This repeated interaction demonstrates something important. Africa was not an isolated footnote in biblical history. Egypt was deeply connected to the political and cultural world described in Scripture. The biblical text also refers to Cushan, put in different contexts, showing that ancient writers recognized African regions and peoples as part of the wider geopolitical landscape. But there is a danger when modern readers attempt to map every biblical name directly onto a modern ethnic group. Ancient identities were not organized according to today's racial categories. The modern concept of race developed through much later historical processes. Ancient Egyptians, Cushites, Israelites, Canaanites, Libyans, and other peoples possessed identities shaped by language, geography, political allegiance, culture, and ancestry. Their societies were also far more interconnected than modern maps sometimes suggest. So what happened to Ham after the flood, and what do later Jewish traditions say about him? For that, we need to examine a fascinating ancient work known as the Book of Jubilees. End of Part 5. Part 6. The Book of Jubilees and later traditions about Ham. The Bible is not the only ancient Jewish text that discusses Noah's family. One important work is the Book of Jubilees, an ancient Jewish religious text that retells and expands upon stories found in Genesis and Exodus. Jubilees is not part of the standard biblical canon for most Jewish and Christian traditions, although it has been influential in the study of ancient Jewish thought and survives in important manuscript traditions. The work provides additional details about the generations following Noah. It also presents traditions concerning the territories assigned to Noah's descendants. Some passages describe disagreements involving Canaan and the territory associated with the descendants of Shem. These traditions demonstrate how ancient Jewish communities continued to interpret and expand upon the stories found in Genesis. But there is an important rule when studying texts like Jubilee. A later religious tradition should not automatically be treated as historical facts. To be continued in Part 7.